What is up? My name is Steve Daria. I hope you are doing well. I want to bring some light to this subject because unfortunately over the years of being in the real estate business, both as an investor as well as real estate broker over the last 20 years, unfortunately I've seen investors get people into certain situations, and unfortunately it kind of pisses me off. And here's what I want to convey and make sure that you guys understand this. When you guys drive around, you'll probably see bandit signs, or you'll see online, we buy houses. Even we put that out in terms of our website. We buy houses in Bonita Springs, throughout Southwest Florida, etc. But we actually buy the houses. Now, there's something called basically an assignment of contract. So what a lot of these investors, and I say investors because they don't have money. Okay, point blank. I would say probably 90% of them do not have money. And what they're doing is they're meeting with you and then they're tying your property up in a contract. And in that contract, you're going to see what's called an assignment clause. And that allows you to assign that property to another buyer. So basically, if I went into contract with you guys and I had the assignment where I can assign it over, that means that basically I could go and shop that property to other investors, and then let's say we're in contract for $200,000, I could assign that to another investor for say $210,000, and then at closing collect that spread. Now that's not necessarily a bad thing because a lot of these investors have real investors that actually will perform and close on the properties. But the problem is a lot of these investors don't have those people. They don't have the money people. They don't have the investors lined up. So what they do is they get your property into contract. They have a certain amount of time for their due diligence or their inspection period. And during that time, they're not even necessarily inspecting the property. They are essentially shopping that property. They're sending it out to other investors and everything else, hoping that they have somebody lined up that actually will buy that contract and actually perform on that contract. Now, here's my issue. My issue is we see people get tied up into these contracts. They can't find an investor, and then some of them are actually delinquent on their mortgages. Some of them have true hardship. Some of them have to get out of town. Some sellers just have, they have to sell the property. They have to sell it, and they want to make sure that whoever's getting them in contract performs. And now if this person gets you in contract and then they don't perform, they have to actually send a release and cancellation to you to cancel that contract, and then you're starting from square one, and ultimately that just set you back. It wasted more time, and unfortunately we see this happen too many times. So I think it's important that when you guys are speaking to other investors, that a couple of things, ask them, when we buy real estate, we're going to be completely transparent on what our intentions are. Sometimes we will assign contracts because we don't necessarily want to take on the responsibility of fixing the property up and selling it, or maybe it's an area where we don't want to close on it and rent it out because it's too far from us. So we'll be transparent in terms of what our intentions are, but we have the capital to close on the property, which is the most important thing. And if we get into a situation where we think that we don't know if we have somebody lined up and we want to actually assign that contract, because we work with investors all over the country. If we don't have somebody lined up, we will be transparent about that as well. So I think it's important, a couple things, when you're talking to other investors, be sure that you guys are asking them if they have proof of funds. See what kind of money's in their bank, in their either corporation name or in their personal name. See how much money is in there. Find out how long they've been investing in real estate, and find out what their true intentions are with that property. Are they going to shop that property around? I think the most important thing when selling a property is transparency and really understanding everybody's intentions to ensure that we have win-win situations. So if you guys have a property you guys want us to take a look at, in the description below, you can go to our website, simple form to fill out. We'll review your property and give you a call within 24 hours so we can meet up and see how we can help you guys. Thanks for being here.